I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, Becky, if you can just hit mute, if you can just mute yourself. There you go. Later on, if we got time for questions, I'll definitely open everything up. Welcome to the team call tonight, everybody. I'm so excited to have everybody on here, and those that couldn't make it, we'll record it and put it on the team page. But I just want to start with doing a little bit of housekeeping things, and then I'm gonna get right into some training for you guys. Just a quick reminder, I know all of you do this, just check the team page daily. I'm trying to keep that really up to date with everything. I did put a calendar of May events for this weekend. That's, of course, how I'm running my schedule, just so you kind of have an idea. You can, of course, do your own thing, but if you need a group to put people in, you'll know when I'm doing them, and you know that they're always welcome in there with me if you don't have enough to run your own. So that is, of course, that. Just wanted to remind you that the live What is Coaching, I've got my notes over here, that's what I'm looking at. The live What is Coaching is May the 9th. That's on a Monday at 7:30. And that will be the one that we'll be doing for this month. So let's really try to get a lot in there. So we've got a couple weeks to be inviting to that. So that's something you can be focusing on. I do have a new Emerald to Diamond training that I'm going to be doing May the 4th. That's for any coach that is an active Emerald coach. And so be thinking about that. And just a reminder that the Coach Basics self-paced training is on the team page. And that is something that you don't have to be a new coach to go through that, because it is new training from when we all signed up. So at any time, anybody in your downlines decide, hey, look, I'm ready to jump in there, and you want to jump in there with them, that's a good idea. So that's there for everybody. And just wanted to remind you of that too. Huge congratulations to Mary Franklin. I'm not sure that she's on here tonight, but we are so proud of her. You know, it is like kind of a major, huge, big deal when you promote to Diamond, and she promoted on Thursday, and she's worked so hard. And I just wanted to take that moment one more time to say that I'm so proud of her and that accomplishment. So join me in celebrating Mary for her success and her continued success. So we're going to get into the training that I wanted to do tonight. And so the title of this training is kind of fits me, because it is not saying that I'm successful, but I'm a very busy person. And so I thought this is something that is good, was being good for me. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's about building a successful Beachbody business while having a crazy busy life. And I know the majority of the coaches on my team work full time, our mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, and we live a very busy life. And so I hear that so much. I don't have time. I don't have time, and I totally get that. So I just want you to understand, if there's anybody on the face of the planet that understands about being busy, it is me. But I also am running a very successful business, so I can speak to that with honesty, because I know, because I'm right in there with you. And so I want to give you some tips tonight to take back with you of what I do that may help you. And just kind of evaluate what you're doing after you hear this training tonight. And any training you ever listen to, take notes, take nuggets. If there's one thing that you learn from tonight, then it'll be a success, because you can't take everything somebody says and implement it into your own life. But if you can just take a couple nuggets, then I'll feel that I was successful with you guys tonight. So the first thing that you really need to do, and this is not going to be like I got 5 tips for you, I got 8 tips for you. It's not that kind of thing. I'm just kind of jotted down a lot of thoughts that I'm going to share. I really want you to evaluate your goals. And I say that all the time, because I think goal setting is so important, and you have to revisit those goals. You have goals today that you're not going to have 6 months from now. Your goals are going to change. You've got to evaluate those goals. You can't just set goals. And I always go back to this, because I know I'm from education, but you can't say, okay, I want this end result. I want these kids to pass this test, but I just want it. That's just what I want. I just want it so bad. And I just really want it. But what are you going to do to get there? What are you doing between point A and point B to get to that goal? That's what's important. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. You have to evaluate your personal schedule. And Angie and I, we ran like 5 miles yesterday, and we kind of talked about this some. And so I'm kind of chiming in on what we talked about, is that The good thing about owning your own business is that you are your own CEO. And that's fabulous, isn't it? Like, it's wonderful. You're your own CEO. You are the only person that knows your schedule. You know when your children need your attention. You know when your job is like, I have to do this if you have a full-time job. You know when your husband has had enough and needs you to shut down the computer. You have to know that. So it's personal for you. So I suggest that you look at your schedule as a week, because every week is different. I have one week, I've got all this stuff at night, I've got all this stuff in the afternoons, and then I've got other weeks that's not like that. So I really can't even say that this is my schedule at all times. But look at your week, evaluate it on the weekends, and really assess, okay, these are my goals. What is my level of commitment? What am I willing to put into this business? Now, what I love to say, I wish every single one of you, your goal was to be an elite coach, and you're like going to devote every single minute. That's not realistic. I don't believe that everybody has the same goals. So your activity is not going to be the same as somebody else's. What your activity level is needs to align with your goals. And I've always told you guys that you cannot expect to be an elite coach, top coach, somebody that's going to be on the Monday morning wake up call, but you only got 20 minutes a day to work. That's an extreme example, but that's kind of what I'm saying. So just align where you want to go with what you're willing to put into it. With that being said, set your office hours. Now, when I first signed up, it was like, office hours? What does that mean? Like, I'm never accessible to anybody about my business except for that time. Like, I've got a little sign on my door that's office hours. No, it's not even that. It's like, this is the time that I'm going to devote to my business. Why is that important? Because it's going to drive you crazy if you don't. Like, if you're like, every single minute of the day, that my children do not need me, that my husband does not need me, that my job's not need me, I'm going to be doing Beachbody. Well, then after a while, you're going to get very burned out. And you're also going to see that, crap, I was totally unproductive, because I'm like trying to cram all this stuff in all times, and I'm not even being productive. I'm not being successful with what I'm doing. Where if your hours are intentional, then you're going to make better use of them. I have to do that. There are not enough hours in the day for me not to do that. So there are times where I may increase those hours when I'm trying to hit a goal, but for the most part, I've got them pretty set in stone. So, for example, decide with your week not only when you're going to work Beachbody, but when you're going to be spending time with your family. And when you make your mind up that I'm shutting down the computer and I'm not going to be working on Beachbody, then do that. Do that. Spend that time with your family, and don't beat yourself up over it. Like, don't be sitting over there going, what if I was on the computer and I was doing this, then I would be doing that. Well, then now you're miserable. So spend that time when you're doing your Beachbody 100% all in committed, and when you're not 100%, don't be. Give yourself that grace. It's very important, because I want you guys to be in this thing long haul. I'm not talking about 3 months. I'm talking about a long time. So you've got to make it so that you're going to be okay with that. If your time is 30 minutes a day, okay, that's what I got, 30 minutes a day. All right, well, you've got 30 minutes a day. I would rather you dedicate 30 intentional minutes a day than to do nothing all week and think you can work 4 hours on Saturday. Okay, so really and truly, 30 minutes consistently a day is going to pay off better for you than doing nothing and trying to kill yourself all in one day. Now, do we have like marathon sessions where hubby's out of town and you're able to work 4 hours straight? Sure, we all try to do that when we have that time. But I'm saying it's not because I haven't done anything all week. I'd rather you devote a little bit of time every day. It's very important that you do that. My time is in the morning. It's non-negotiable. I work 1 hour every morning. I started getting up 45 minutes early when I became a Beachbody coach. I'm not going to lie to you, that is not always easy, but that is what I do. Now, I wish I could say I get up and press play and do my workout in the mornings. A lot of people do that. I don't. That's not when I work out. I do in the summer, but not during work hours. So I work that hour in the mornings, and then I know at night I'm going to work an hour, and I know during my lunch I'm going to check in with challengers. That is my work time. That doesn't mean every once in a while, if things are different, I know my husband's got a meeting, or I know I'm in the, my daughter's got dance 2 hours on Tuesday, I'm going to take that time. those are special extra hours that I'm going to work, or I'm going to respond to messages, but that doesn't mean I have to be responding to messages every time I get one. They don't respond to you every time you message them, right? So it's okay for them to be waiting for you a little bit. They'll be there. They'll be there for you when you're ready. So in your hours of work, now I've talked about power hours before, so I'm just going to kind of give you some tips about your power hour. Wow, my coloring just changed on my computer. I look a whole lot better than I did a few minutes ago. I don't know what's happening over here, but anyways, good stuff. Posting in your challenge groups, of course, is stuff that you've got to do. Using a scheduler can really help you with that. I'd be careful, though, because, sometimes when you're scheduling on Buffer, you can't tag your people. So I would do it some, but I wouldn't do it exclusively. Like with my free groups, one of them I use Hootsuite. I do put 2 posts a day in my free group. So one of them would be Hootsuite. One of them I post live because I can tag everybody. So I kind of try to balance that. Scheduling on your like page, you can schedule that out. I think that's awesome. Do it. Do 1 post a day and 1 post live, or Angie's really good about super consistent about going ahead and scheduling her month out in advance, and that's wonderful. Shelly is like the master. She is like so consistent, and her numbers show it. I mean, she's a superstar. So she Hootsuite's like 2 posts a day on her personal page, and she posts live. So she's so consistent on her page. It's like you cannot not know she's like this fabulous fitness person because she's so consistent. But she does use Hootsuite. So using that scheduler can help you with your time as well. Especially if you're going to be gone. You're going to be gone out of town, use it. Hootsuite it, whatever. You'd rather do that than not be present. Following up with challengers, is very important. One of my first things that I'm doing. Power of 4. You guys, if you have not watched that video on the Power of 4, I've posted it on the team page. Love the Power of 4. Okay, so I've been doing the Power of 3 for a while, and now I'm doing the Power of 4. Angie has printed this out on cute stationery for me, but the PDF is on the Team No Quit Fitness page too. But it kind of gives you a little bit of grace because it's only 4 days a week. So it's not like Power of 3 where it was like, okay, it was 7 days a week, Power of 3. If I only did 3, then I'm such a failure. I give up. This is 4 days a week. It's more doable. Just check that video out. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but I just put Power of 4 on there because that's in my Power Hour. Like page, personal page post, and let me stop right there and say, like, I am all over you guys, your pages. There are coaches on our team, and I say this with love in my heart, but there are coaches on our team that I know want to be successful, and you're not being consistent on social media. It is so important. You have to be consistent. You can't just put this fabulous motivational post out there once or twice a week, and we're over here like, she's fabulous. Give me more, give me more, give me more. You got to be on there because you don't know who's watching you. You do not know when that woman in your neighborhood is finally going to be ready to get into shape. And you've got to be the one that she thinks of when that happens. So, you've got to be consistent on your social media. If you are doing absolutely nothing else, you need to be consistent on your social media. And it needs to be varied content. It needs to be motivational posts. It needs to be quotes. It needs to be pictures of you. I should be able to go to your page right now, and I should be able to see varied content of you. And I'm not like being like the detective. I swear I'm not. I'm not a stalker. But I do check you guys out because I want to help you. And that's so very important. Promotions, of course, we do those. They need to be done. On Power 4, it's got you doing 3 recruiting type promotions a week. And it's got you doing 3 promotions for your upcoming challenge groups, whether it's free or whatever, 3 times a week. Okay, so you don't want it all to be that. You don't want to be tons of stock photos from Beachbody. People are turned off with that. They want to see you. You say, oh, I don't have any makeup on. I look terrible. Throw a filter on there, girl. Nobody cares. I mean, like, it's okay because you're going to have pictures of you where you're dolled up and you look great, and you're going to have pictures of you in real life. And that's what people are not looking for, a coach that is perfect. They're not, because they're not perfect. They don't want, this perfect model to be their coach. They're looking for somebody that's real. They're looking for somebody that's consistent, and they're looking for somebody that is knowledgeable. So they're not looking for perfect. So they're just looking for somebody that's really all in. If you want to choose a coach, you're going to want somebody that's all in. That's just the way that goes. I think that's my personal opinion. Okay. Scrolling Facebook is not a part of your power hour. I cannot say that enough. Okay, let me just say that again. Scrolling Facebook is not a part of your power hour, and we have all been sucked into that slippery slope. So as soon as you do that, pretend you have a rubber band on your wrist and you are like popping yourself with it. So if you want to get on Facebook, you got to schedule that out another time of the day. If you want to be on Facebook, if you want to be on Instagram, and you want to be just checking everything out, what everybody's doing, because as well as I do, that can suck an hour out of your life so fast, you don't even know what's happened to you. That is no part of your power hour. That is no part of your business hours. Now, non-Beachbody reach outs are, but that's intentional. I'm going down. I'm finding new people. I'm commenting on their kids. I'm commenting on what they're doing. I'm moving on because that is part of my power hour. That is not the same thing as scrolling. I want to make sure we're clear on that. I talked about a little bit each day is better than anything. Okay, I said a little bit about this. Clients have many, many choices when they're ready to get in shape. They can join a gym. They can spend money on, they've got Advocare. Lord knows they've got Plexus. They've got, there's all this stuff out there. I'm not worried about any of that stuff. All I'm worried about is what I'm promoting. Okay. And what I'm promoting is clean eating, healthy lifestyle changes, not a quick fix, exercise. But I have to be out there, and they have to see that I'm walking the walk, that I am literally knowledgeable about what I'm talking about. It's not a phase that I'm going through, so that when they're ready, I want them to think of, who is that girl? She got on my nerves a little bit sometimes, but now I'm ready, so I want her. So what are you doing to be that person? That's what I'm asking you tonight. What are you doing to be that person? And if you're doing nothing, then you're probably getting nothing. And so you have to be okay with that. And I'm not okay with that. So, what are you going to do to change, to start small habits that can start to make you more the person that they're going to be thinking of? I don't know any other way to say that. What are you going to do to make someone think of you when they are ready to make lifestyle changes? Okay, when I say that, comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, that is a scripture, and it's so very true. However, learning from others who are successful is just smart business. Okay, so I have been following very successful coaches from day one. So following successful coaches is smart. Looking at what kind of posts they're doing, looking at what kind of pictures they're taking, looking what topics they're covering in their videos. That's smart. That's not copying. That's smart. However, being over here just stalking people and going, oh, I'll never be them. God, she looks so fabulous. She doesn't even have an ounce of fat on her. Oh my Lord. Now that's just stealing my joy. I'm not going to do it. So that's different. That's different. But following others and learning from them is very, very smart. I follow, and I know I've told you guys this before, I follow Brandy Botts. I follow Melanie Mitro. I follow Scotty Hobbs. Like, I have gotten through half marathons listening to their podcast. So those people are people that are blowing it out of the water. I mean, they're retiring not only their parents, their spouses, but their parents. Hello, I want to know what you're doing. And they're willing to share. So, that's smart. But I'm not comparing myself to them. I'm just learning from them. Let's see. Okay, I've said all of that. Take advantage of training that's offered by your team. You want to incorporate training into your daily hours that you're doing. You don't want to join every group that comes along. If something is offered and you feel like you can benefit from it, jump in there, do it, because it's going to help you, and you're not going to get those opportunities all the time. But when something, fits your needs, you need to jump in there and do it and dedicate yourself to that, because it's important to do that. We're very, 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 very fortunate that we're from a fabulous team that offers stuff. I'm in this Rock Your Rank group right now, and it's a lot of work, but I'm loving it because it's a challenge for me, and I'm gonna be able to share that stuff with you guys as well. Look for golden hidden nuggets in the day. Okay, I'm not even gonna claim that I learned that, made that up. I learned that from something Melanie Mitro said one time. She called it hidden nuggets of time. I've been doing this a lot lately. because I have to check myself all the time. I like always checking myself because I fall off the wagon as well. Okay, here are hidden times for me. Getting ready in the mornings. After I've done my power hour, I've got to put on my makeup. I've got to, do my hair in my bathroom, and I've got to get dressed. All that activity happens in my bathroom. We're talking maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Well, that's 15 to 20 minutes. So that I have a training video I have to watch each day for that Rock Your Rank. Instead of waiting till that night and being like, shoot, I've not even listened to that video. Now I'm supposed to be spending time with my family, and I've got to put my earbuds in, and oh my God, why did I join this group? I do it that morning while I'm putting on my makeup. I just put my phone on. I've got the little Bluetooth speaker. It's playing. I'm not bothering anybody. Knocking out a 15-minute video. Okay. I follow Scotty Hobbs' YouTube channel. His videos are usually about 15, 20 minutes. I could knock out a YouTube video right then. That's business building stuff right there. Okay. I have a commute. Not everybody commutes. I commute 25 minutes one way. That's 50 minutes a day. So I was going to show it to you guys, but I just bought, I think it was like something like Unleash the Giant. I'm not sure what it was called, but I just ordered a professional personal development audio book, and I have several. But if that's in my car when I start it up and it's playing, well, guess what? 50 minutes I've had personal development. So 50 plus 20. That's 70 hidden nuggets right there for me. That's a lot of personal development right there. I don't even have to read my 10 minutes. I'm done. So that was hidden nuggets that I hadn't thought about. We all fold laundry. We all empty the dishwasher, and every child we got runs and hides when we do it because they don't want to be a part of it. So you're not taking away from them when you're doing that. But you're like, oh, really? I'm going to set up the YouTube video and try to listen to it. Sure you are. That's what you're going to do. I mean, that's smart time management right there. You just have to get used to it. You can flag YouTube videos that you want to watch in the future so that when you get back on YouTube, they're right there and you don't even have to find them. And then I'm posting videos all the time on our team page that you can tag that you want to watch. So it's okay to watch a little bit of it and then listen to a little bit of I run. That's perfect for me. Monday morning wake up calls, you got a 30-minute run by yourself. That's a good one for that. Okay. I wanted to share about the hidden nuggets, and then I wanted to I cleaned out my closet one day, like a couple weeks ago over spring break. And I listened to like 4 YouTube videos while I was cleaning out my closet, where normally I would have just done nothing or listened to music. And I was like, well, this is really good. I probably deep cleaned that closet better than I ever had because I was actually getting something out of it. I listened to that motivational video that Laura had told us about. It was fabulous. No matter what your goals are, and I say this so sincerely from my heart, no matter what your goals are, no matter how big, no matter how small, I 100% believe that you can achieve them. And here's the deal. I am here to help you. I am here to give you 100% of me. But I am going to give that to the people that want it. I'm going to give that to the people that are ready. I'm going to give that to the people that are working. And I'm not going to beg. You can lead people to water. And when you are ready to drink, I'm ready to help you do that. We've got the systems in place. They're all in place. This is the beautiful thing too, guys. You've got coaches that are ready to work. They're ready. And then you've got ones that are not. And then 2 years later, they might jump up and be ready. And so you can always evolve people. So always be looking at your team. And thinking about who might be ready to now jump in and do something. Never count anybody out, because a lot of times they're not ready to begin with. How many times have you listened to Monday Morning Wake Up Call and they said, oh, I just started for Shakeology. I didn't even have a Facebook. And you're like, what? Are you serious? But it's like they all say it. And it's like, we're ahead of the game already because we wanted it to begin with, and we already had a Facebook. So hey, we were already ahead. That's how I look at it. If they did it, why can we not? All Beachbody coaches were beginners, all of them, every single one of them. So everybody knew nothing when they started. People didn't even buy a program. They just got in a free group and somehow, borrowed, insanity from a neighbor. And next thing you know, look what they're doing with their lives. Why can that not be us? That's how I feel. So we are going to set our goals. We're going to manage our time. We're going to evaluate the balance between family, church, life, and your business. I'm telling you right now, put that on your to-do list. I am not your upline coach saying Dedicate every single minute of the day to Beachbody, because guess what? You are going to get tired and you're going to resent it later. I don't want that. I want longevity. I want us to be well-balanced people that are happy. So schedule everything in, including your family time, and really make that be your family time when that happens. I will tell you that it is not easy, but it is worth it. I have never, ever, ever sold this business as a quick, get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. But it is a process that can build you as a person. It can change you as a person, and it can change others as a person. We are not selling Electrolux vacuums over here, people. It is not just about the money. It is about us becoming better people, more confident people. The bottom line is you do have to be willing to dedicate some amount of time daily. I want you to ask yourself, will there be times in your business where you really are giving it all you've got, and you can look at this week and say, I have been consistent every single day and my business sucks? Absolutely. There's going to be times like that. And that is not when you can say, well, you know what? I've done everything I can do. I just got to quit. That's not an option. I always look at it like marriage, and the people in here that have had marriages that didn't work, and I understand that, but times are tough in marriages, and I don't ever, it's not an option to get out. It's never been an option for us. And so we don't look at that as being one of our choices. And that's the way I feel about my business. I have made my decision that this business is going to work for me. So whenever I have low times, I keep doing what I know works. Eventually it will work. Talk to me about this April 1st through 15th. Terrible. I was like, what is happening to me right now? Everybody in the world hates me. Nobody is responding to my messages. I have got it, nothing. Things turned around for me about the 19th of this month, actually. Things turned around for me. My activity stayed the same. I never stopped. I just kept on. And I was like, okay, I'm filling up my power of 4. I'm doing my stuff. It's okay. Maybe I need to read more personal development books because apparently something's wrong with me. No, there was not. It was just something this month was going on with me. So my point is, keep doing the steady, consistent business. Trust the process. Trust it. This business is here for a reason. We are the number $1 billion at-home fitness business in the industry, excuse me. We are marketers for that, and we are lucky we're able to do that. So that's an awesome thing. The compound effect, I'm reading it for the 3rd time. The compound effect is the principle of reaping huge reward from a series of small, smart choices. Okay, that is the compound effect. The principle of reaping huge reward from a series of small, smart choices. Now, I will not even get into how much I believe in visualization. I visualize everything. I visualize me on that stage getting my elite, and all of y'all are there and we're all dressed up. Everything. I visualize it. I visualize us being able to go on vacations. I visualize us having no debt in my life. I visualize all these things. That's huge. I'm so not there yet. That's huge. But my small activity now is there. That is what I'm in control of. And I know that I'm going to keep on doing those things, and then it's going to compound, and I'm going to get the huge rewards later. I want to ask you this question. What small, smart choices are you willing to make to gain huge rewards? What small, smart choices are you willing to make to gain huge rewards? Is it listening to personal development while you're cleaning out your closet? I don't know. The small is smart. Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to get up 15 minutes earlier? Are you willing to post sweaty selfies when you don't think you look pretty? What are the small, smart choices that you're willing to make? I'm here to support you, and I totally believe in all of you. I want you to say this to yourselves too, and I've said this before, and this is in tons of training. I will be here next time at this day. Next year on this day, I will be a Team Beachbody coach. You make that decision, and it changes a lot of mindset for you. If you say, okay, all right, I'm going to believe this girl sitting on her deck, and I'm going to do these small activities, and I am going to be here in a year from now. Then I'm going to evaluate everything that's happened. That is so huge for you to feel that way. And look at quitting as not an option. Adjusting things, sure, we have to adjust things all the time. Make changes, sure, that we have to do that all the time. But quitting, it's not an option. That's mindset right there. We just got our little 10 minute warning. So I've gotten through all my notes. So I hope that you've gotten something from this tonight. And I just want you guys to know that it's from the heart, and it's just exactly what I do and how I feel about my business. And it absolutely does not mean that I never get discouraged, or I'll talk about Tanya for 1 second. She's my one of my accountability partners. She's hugely successful in this business. And, all week long, she's been like, crickets. No one will reply to my messages. What is the deal? So, I just want you guys to know, it's not that misery loves company, but it's good to know that very, very successful people in this business have dry spells, and they have to rethink what they're doing. They have to evaluate, well, let's see, let me think outside the box. What am I going to do this month that's going to be different, that's going to get people in? Summer Strong is going to be the theme of the May challenge group. Start promoting now. I did some promotional graphics for you guys that you're welcome to. They have the wrong start date. Isn't that wonderful? But anyway, I'll go in there and change that. But we also thought about actually starting it. The start date is on a Wednesday. Actually starting it that Wednesday with a pre-post, and then the actual program date would start on a Monday. So you guys can let me know what you think about that, just leaving it that date, and then they would actually do pre-post on that date. So use those, whatever. If you come up with new ones and you're willing to share them on the team page. The more the merrier. We've got a good 3 weeks of promotion time to get some people interested in that, and so hopefully we'll do that. So you guys, thanks so much. I believe in all of you. I'm cheering for each and every one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I'm going to stop recording. Bye.